It's Ihama's Folktales. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell. Thank you.
As the young prince walked round the village, he listened beautifully to the birds sing on their nests. A cool evening breeze blew his face. It would have been a beautiful time to see children playing. But everywhere in the village seemed forlorn and deserted. The few children remaining had been locked up by their parents in their houses. The prince was distressed. How would he solve this problem? There was a kingdom who suffered a terrible fate, for a powerful witch called Uchichi had taken over a tree which produced the most beautiful and biggest Udara fruits in the village. These fruits were so big that Utu village was known for its size. She caught any child that dare came near the Udara tree to pluck of it, and they were never found again. Many warriors, hunters, and the strongest village men had tried to catch her, but it was to no avail. She would become invincible to them. This continued for so long that the villagers became helpless and worried. As such, they warned every child not to go close to the Udara tree. The tree was very big and not too far away from the market square, making it easily accessible and seen. The tree was quite attractive to children, especially because the Udara fruits were not just only big but tasted very delicious. Only adults could go near to pluck it. Some adults were quite afraid. Because of the tree, parents no longer allow their children go through that path, especially when it's late. Every mother and father sang it daily as songs to their children. Do not go near that Udara tree. The fly that refused to listen always follows the corpse to the grave, they would warn while holding their ears. Still, disobedient and overcurious children disobeyed these warnings. The disappearance of these children was a big worry to the villagers and the king. He summoned all the magicians from within and far away his kingdom, yet none of them could proffer a solution to this problem. She is too powerful, they would always say. Since there was nothing that could be done, the villagers resorted to fate. Soon as no one passed through that path anymore, rather another path was built to prevent any child from getting tempted. Many years had come and gone. Still, children kept on disappearing mysteriously. Soon as the king died without finding a solution. But on his deathbed, he gave his son, who was the only heir, Prince Obi, some advice. There is always a way out of the darkest forest and a solution to every problem. Because I failed doesn't mean you will fail. Never stop trying to find the way out. Don't stop till you close your eyes in death, the king told his son before giving up the ghost. Not too long, his son took over the throne. He was willing to find a solution to this problem. He had thought about what to do to solve the problem, but to no avail. There was a blind old hunter who lived at the outskirts of the village. He knew a lot about the village. The king found out about him as he took an evening stroll, which he usually does, round his village. He was a good leader and he was concerned about all his subjects. When the young king saw the blind old hunter's house looking forlorn, he got inquisitive about him, and why his house was deserted. He was told that the old man was once a hunter who had lost his family. He suddenly became blind after the ill fate befell him. The young king took pity on him. He visited him with a lot of foodstuffs and a maid to help take care of him. The blind old hunter was happy. You are a very good king, the old hunter said amidst tears. I had been deserted and no one visited me, yet you took pity on a poor old man like me. I will help you with an important information on how to conquer the witch, he added. The young king was very excited. He knew what he needed was the information as he could get in regards to finding a solution to this problem. The hunter told the king that the missing children were still alive, but the witch had held them captive in the tree. He found out about this while hunting. He hid behind the tree thinking it was an antelope, only for him to see a lot of children harvesting Udara fruits. The old man said that he observed the witch closely to make sure that it was actually her. And when he found out it was her, he made sure he was still. Unfortunately for the hunter, the witch Uchichi had observed him hiding behind the tree, and so she made him blind. The young king was grateful for the information. The king knew that cutting down the tree meant that the children too may be lost forever. He needed another alternative. He sat all night thinking of how to save these children and capture the powerful witch Uchichi. The young king knew that the witch had taken over the Udara tree, and that was the source of her powers. She became angry when those children came near the tree to pick the fruit, and she captured them. Rumors had it that the powerful witch Uchichi was the one who planted the Udara tree, but no one was certain if the story was true. The king found out that the witch came out with the children anytime the Udara tree had produced much ripe fruits. The king observed that when they were ripening fruit on the tree, that was when she came out. He summoned the whole village in the community to come to the palace that evening. He instructed them to come with their lamps when the sun had gone down. The villagers were surprised at the king's instructions but obeyed. The king never told them of his plans before they arrived at the palace. When they had all assembled, they waited till it was night. The moon was full that night when they came out and said to the Udara tree. The king instructed them to go quietly so that they can capture the children when they come out to pick the Udara fruits at night. They all offed their lamps, so it was dark. They waited a distance away from the tree, observing it till midnight when they saw the children came out of the tree, being held by the witch. Immediately they came out, the warriors got hold of the children. The king ordered the whole men to turn on their lamps, which they did. The light scared the witch and she ran back into the Udara tree screaming. The villagers rejoiced because their long-lost children were found. The young king ordered the warriors and the villagers to cut down the tree and burn it. The tree was cut down that night and the witch was killed with the tree. The villagers were happy with their young king for his wisdom. They had found the missing children and they never had to fear anymore. Humility is the foundation of wisdom. Be humble. Thank you.